Hello, Moletrap here again, doing the 7th game of this skins match between Bisu and Anytime. And I know this was played like 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago, but I started off the set and I just kind of basically wanted to finish it. And, I know I've wasted a lot of time instead of doing commentaries over spring break, so kind of pumping them all out here today, and this should be an exciting matchup. It's been a pretty exciting set the whole time, and that's kind of what I was anticipating from these two players, and so I have not been let down, that is for sure. I'm really looking forward to this last match as well. It's almost too bad that this is the last match, but then, as I mentioned before, there's going to be a ton of games coming out pretty soon. We've got Pro League coming up, we've got the Star Leagues starting up with ODT, and you know, the qualifying rounds and that sort of thing. GOM TV is putting on all this random crap. They just did a weird little random 4-person tournament for no reason at all. Well, I mean, I guess they're just trying to keep the hype up and all that, but it was, yeah, it was, it's like, let's just get 4 random players that happen to be big names, and we'll just throw them together and see what happens. It was pretty, I didn't see a real point for it. It's not like there was no reason for it. There was no qualifying rounds or anything like that. They didn't even pick them, I don't think, for any particular reason. I guess maybe it was you know, top placing people in the OSL or something like that, because that's the only way they could include Savior in that group, because he has not been doing well at all recently. Anyways, whatever. We got all this stuff coming up, though, and again, we got a lot of English commentators now at sc2gg.com, so check that out, and we basically got different commentators signing up for different groups and different matches for the Pro League. Pro League's coming up, too, so, you know, we got someone doing a certain matchup between the Pro League, we got someone that signed up to do the grouping for ODT, things like that, so getting a lot of it covered, basically. So a lot of the Starcraft coming up, you're going to be able to watch in English commentary. It's a very, very exciting time to see professional Starcraft being available so much in English now, both on YouTube and, you know, online, and also in the professional scene with Tasteless doing his professional English commentaries over there as well. So, yeah, first of all, we got... by the way, this is Bisu here in the top left corner, going with 2 gates. Anytime going with 2 gates in the bottom left corner. In yellow, Bisu's the one in red here. Interesting that they've both chosen to go for 2 gates here. You know, I've talked about this at length in the previous games, but just, you know, to go over it real quick. If you have the go for the 2 gates, usually it's kind of a safe move to go for if you haven't scouted the other guy out yet, because then you're afraid that they've gone 2 gates and gone for a rush. Anytime did scout Bisu's base very quickly, though, so I'm kind of surprised that he went for that 2 gate. Again, it's possible that he went for the 2 gates either A, before he scouted Bisu and saw that Bisu had gone for the 2 gates, or the other possibility is that he saw those 2 gates and he was worried that Bisu was going to try a rush, which frankly I wouldn't be too worried about. It hasn't been... very nice zealot placement right on the middle of that ramp there, able to keep that scout out, and that's going to piss Bisu off. He's not going to let that happen. He's going to keep persisting, trying to get that scout in there no matter what. Bisu always tries to know what the other person is doing, and I mean, once he knows what the other person is doing, he uses it, and he will make them pay for him knowing what they're doing, if that makes any sense. In any case, yeah, so anytime Scott has zealots back from that ramp, it's interesting because he's able to deny Bisu that scout, so it's possible that he's keeping those zealots back so that Bisu, if he tries to go in there again, does not see those extra zealots. He might want to convince Bisu that he's going for some tech or something like that instead. Both players going mirror builds, though. It's amazing to watch sometimes when 2 players that are of such high caliber, they know their builds so well. Even when they don't scout each other, they end up doing exactly the same thing. That's how refined they have their builds now. And it looks like Anytime's going to try and chase off that probe there. He's got a couple other extra zealots now that he's going to put on that ramp. I mean, he's had the zealots, but now he's going to I don't know. But yeah, both players getting their expansion down behind their base. This is, by the way, this is another map similar to Loki, where you've got your ramp and then you've got your expansion behind your base as well. And I've actually forgotten the name of this map. I've been playing the It's Time to Guess the Map game all day, but I've forgotten the name of this map. I know what this map looks like, but I've forgotten the name for some reason. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's just from last season, I believe. So. Well, no, maybe from the previous season. No, I'm sorry. This is from earlier last year, I believe. I was thinking it was from last season because we just saw the game on this in the Pro League finals. The one which was, who was that? GoGo versus. Oh, I forgot who it was. But that was the crazy match where. Oh, Jangbi. It was Jangbi versus GoGo. Was it GoGo? Ah, well, it doesn't matter because this is PROTOSS versus PROTOSS. But that was that game where we saw. Two Reavers get something like 50 SCV kills, and Jangbi still lost the match because he just stormed down his ramp with all his forces and got slaughtered by the Terran's tanks, and then because he figured he had an economic advantage, but the Terran had so much forces built up that it didn't really matter, and he was able to just stomp all over him. In any case, so we got Anytime going for the robotics facility, Bisu also going for the robotics facility. Good man, not going for that stupid DT rush that didn't work like 4 times in a row. Anytime putting a probe up in the top right here, he could be trying to get a hidden expansion there in the top right. Maybe he's checking for hidden expansions from Bisu as well as the other possibility. We'll see if it looks like he may have just been searching there. We'll find out. This map does have island expansions in the 6 o'clock and the 12 o'clock positions. So it's possible if someone does want to go for a hidden expansion, I would expect them more to go for one of those expansions, since that would be obviously easier to deal with. He's got a pylon there. That's interesting. It might just be a scouting pylon, so that if Bisu does put a hidden expansion in that top right corner, he'll be able to see it. Interesting. Could just be he needed a pylon, I guess. He wanted to put one out there for fun. Robotics support bay. Going down for Anytime, and observatory up first for Bisu. That's what Bisu usually does. Okay, maybe actually they might be going the same thing. It's hard. I didn't see if Bisu had a support bay going down, but it looks like he went for the. It looks like Bisu went for the observatory only for now. He's probably going for the support bay first. I mean second. Bisu usually does go for the observatory first. Like I said earlier, he's very big on making sure he has that intelligence. But it looks like. Anytime has gone for the support, but he's probably waiting on a Reaver there. He may produce an Observer first, just because Observers are very quick to come out, and so he might as well spend another 15, 20 seconds getting that Observer out there. It's hard to say, but it's also possible that he is going for the Reaver first, since he did get that support bay up first, and he's going to try and get that Reaver out earlier, do a little bit of harassment first, or obviously he could try to do an early push. This map, because there's that expansion way in the back there, it is relatively easy to squeeze your shuttle there in behind their base and get a nice little drop going, and that's exactly what Anytime is worried about. You see he's got that line of Dragoons along the top of his base because he's expecting Bisu to possibly do the same thing. Bisu ferrying some units over to his new expansion at the 12 o'clock position. That is one of the island expansions, like I mentioned before. Anytime is moving out, though. He's taking those Dragoons off of his top there. And I don't know if he knew that was safe to do. He does have observers around, so he may have spotted Bisu's tech. He may know that that's a safe thing to do because he is moving out now, bringing his shuttle along with him. There's a Reaver inside it, so this is Anytime trying to make a push here with that early Reaver, but he needs to go in quickly. He's just chilling outside Anytime's base. Maybe, he's going to try and maybe harass this expansion up here first. He's got to know it's there. Oh, that he didn't know the Dragoons were there, perhaps. But yeah, he's taken a little bit of risk by moving that, having that Reaver out earlier. Wait, what's in that shuttle? That's strange. What's in that shuttle? I'm sure he doesn't have 2 Reavers out yet. Maybe he's going for some kind of a containment. That's so weird, though. Because he's taken the risk by getting the early Reaver, and now he's not using it. Now he's not using the early Reaver. So he's basically lost it. And is that another robotics facility going up for Bisu? Wow, which is interesting. we'll have to see. He might be going for some sort of mass reaver strategy. We actually saw Stork do this to him in their final set in the MSL a couple seasons ago. Although that was a little bit, he got his mass reavers earlier. It was more of a rush, so that's, I guess, kind of a different story. But it'll be interesting to see if that's why he's gone for that second robotics facility to get mass reavers. It'll be hard to tell. He's getting that forge up so he can just plant down some cannons on that expansion and not have to worry about it anymore. Not have to keep his forces over there. And that anytime is behind now economically. Anytime with a couple shuttles, though, it looks like. Going in with 2 shuttles here, dropping Dragoons and the Reaver. He's going to be able to take this expansion out. Bisu does not have his cannons up yet. It looks like Bisu is trying to get some forces, more forces ferried over there, trying to basically hide his forces in the back while he ferries more forces in there. He does not have, unless he has a Reaver in that shuttle, this is going to be catastrophic. It looks like he does not have anything in there.
Anytime GG's, I'm going to keep this
trying to drop Dragoons.
Thanks for watching.
But anytime, just microing his Reaver around there. In the meantime, he's got 4 Zealots and a Dragoon there, all in that base, and that's going to be way too much for Bisu to handle. Now, anytime taking another base in the side there, Bisu's gotten a couple more Dragoons there, and anytime, Bisu has ferried more Dragoons over there, and anytime has evacuated his Reaver. So I think that was a little bit of a poor move. If he kept his Reaver over there, he would have been able to hold this expansion from dropping additional forces there. And, oh! Bisu getting a shuttle picked off! Whoa, that could have been huge. I'm not sure what was in that. If there was anything in that shuttle, then that was absolutely catastrophic. Time will tell if it is going to end up being catastrophic or not. Bisu he's got those 2 shuttles, he's ferrying forces over there, more Dragoons ferrying in, but I'm not sure if it's quite going to be enough. He needs to pick off that shuttle or that Reaver, well, actually he needs to pick off both, but he would need to pick off the shuttle in order to pick off that Reaver. But it looks like Anytime is going to be able to take that expansion after all. Bisu now, it's actually possible that he anticipated this, and that's why he got the second robotics facility, was so he could get more shuttles out, so he could do more of this ferrying over here and protecting this base. But it doesn't look like it's quite going to work. He needs to get his Reavers in there. He's not bringing his Reavers in. He needs Reavers to combat. Anytime has 2 Reavers now. Now it's down to 1. But 1 Reaver and some forces in there to protect against this push here. Ferrying more forces in there. This is turning into a ferrying battle. And Bisu he hasn't quite lost this base yet, but he's losing the battle. He's just not quite putting enough forces over there. And I think really it was a mistake on Bisu's part to not invest his Reavers in protecting this expansion. And now he finally brings in a couple Reavers right in the exact spot where they can get picked off fairly easily by the Dragoons, but Anytime does not have quite enough forces in there to deal with this. Bisu's dropped Dragoons on there as well. All kinds of crazy, ridiculous shuttling going on. Bisu trying to go. Oh, Bisu loses another shuttle. He's able to get out 1 Dark Templar, and that's it. And oh my gosh, I don't think he expected Anytime to have those Dragoons there. Oh, he almost loses that Dark Templar. There's almost inevitably cannons in the south base, though, so I don't think that Dark Templar is going to do any good. And really, I think that was the end for Bisu. He was trying to strike back, and he just would not invest himself in protecting that expansion with everything he had. And I think that's what's going to cost him in the end. Now, Anytime basically setting up a containment here. And Bisu is going to be able to break that containment with those Reavers there pretty easily. Anytime's force is not near that containment to hold up those cannons. He may be able to pick off those Reavers easily. He is going to be able to pick off the Reavers. Bisu's letting his Reavers alone, losing both of his Reavers. He's got 2 more Reavers coming in, and they're in a more protected position, so he's going to be able to hold off this attack with those Reavers. But that was Bisu still. Oh, Bisu has officially lost the northern expansion. He's officially lost it now, and Anytime has taken another base. Bisu has lost his expansion. Bisu has less forces on the map. He's lost shuttles. He has lost Dark Templar in those shuttles. He's probably lost more things in those shuttles as well that we don't know about. So things looking absolutely horribly, ridiculously bad for Bisu here. He's able to pump out shuttles, but he's not doing anything with them. He needs to hit Anytime badly. He needs to hit Anytime where it hurts. And now his Dragoons are going to get taken out too. He doesn't have enough Dragoons to protect those Reavers, I don't think, with Anytime coming from both sides, having that ramp on top, as well as forces coming in from the left side there. Bisu able to break that wow, actually this may work out okay for Bisu after all, because now he has the top of the ramp. basically barely breaking that ramp right when he right at the last moment that he could. But now anytime coming in the back, sniping that shuttle, taking out the Reavers as well. Bisu was able to take a lot of Dragoons out with those Reavers before he lost it, but now anytime has those two Reavers creeping in slow style against those Dragoons. Those Dragoons are going to get chased back by those Reavers. And so those forces are going to be able to neutralize each other. Bisu did a lot better in that battle than I thought he did, though, because he was basically, oh, no, he got his Reavers out. The shuttle did not get taken out, but Bisu, he lost the, oh my god, he lost the shuttle with the Reaver inside at that time, although the Reaver was just one hit away from dying anyways. Wow, somehow Bisu managed to, how did Bisu do that? They just flashed over there, and Bisu, we see Bisu's Dragoons still alive, with anytime's Dragoons bloody and dead. And Bisu's just not protecting his forces very well here. He keeps getting his Reavers sniped. He's getting good shots off with those Reavers before they die at the very least. Yeah, Bisu, it looks like, okay, yeah, maybe that's how he was doing it in the bottom right. Bisu targeting anytime's Dragoons, anytime not doing any targeting there. So Bisu coming out ahead, not losing a single Dragoon of his 3, and anytime losing 2 of his. Now the Reavers are good. Oh, Reaver coming in there and it's going to splatter both those weakened Dragoons there. This is getting insane, folks. This is getting absolutely insane. But again, just Bisu has just lost too much stuff. And even though he's been battling very well and using what he had to its full extent, he's been able to take out a lot more troops of anytimes than he should have with what he had. But the fact remains that you know, if you lose that many, if you lose equal forces, and yet, double scare, hitting both of, oh my gosh, hitting both of anytime's Reavers, taking them both out simultaneously. Brilliant play by on his part. Very well done. And now he's all up in this base. He might, if he could take that base out, then he might stand a chance here, because then they will be back even economically. He needs to protect those Reavers, though. Protect your Reavers, buddy. Protect them. Oh, the shuttle might go down. He knows the shuttle is about to go down, and those Dragoons take a few extra hits while they're chasing. Very nice play. Where's that? Oh, I was like, where's that Scarab going? Got 5 kills on that Reaver before it gets taken out. Almost an even trade there. Wow, that one Zealot picking away at that Nexus there. Nexus is not going to go down, but it is very weak, and it won't take very much for any time to go in there and snipe that Nexus. Just a couple Reavers, perhaps. Both players have gone very Reaver heavy. It's very interesting that neither player has been able to go for the Templar tech really very heavy. I mean, obviously we saw the little Dark Templar drop by Bisu, but it didn't quite accomplish enough. He hasn't invested in those Templar. Now some probes coming in here. Those probes are going to be in deep dark danger from that Reaver there. Oh, all the probes just going to get slaughtered by those 2 Reavers. Wow, little careless on Bisu's part. He was not able to take out the bottom right expansion of anytime, unfortunately, and now his expansion gets taken out. I think that was the end. I think that was the end for Bisu, because now Bisu is mining just from his natural. I think his main is just about out of minerals. So basically, it's 2 bases mining versus 1 base mining, and he just lost all the. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. I didn't even notice that. Anytime's expansion in the bottom right did get taken out. I did not know that. I'm sorry I didn't note that before. But he's putting it back up now, so both players are even for the moment. They are even economically for the moment, but I think that that Anytime just has a little bit more forces on the ground right now. Yeah, it's interesting. Ooh, Bisu sneaking an observer in there. It looks like he might be lining up, scouting that spot out for a little bit of a drop there. And there are a lot of probes over there. That would be a good way for him to even things back up and even take a lead economically. He's got a lot of speed shuttles running around here. Some Reavers inside them. He's just able to hold his main base, but he needs to move out. Bisu, you need to move out, and he knows this, I'm sure. But it's hard for him to find a spot to move out to. He's trapped between 2 forces of Dragoons. Just a couple more hits left on that shuttle. He is able to sneak back out, though. He's got two different shuttles running around. I love speed shuttles. They just, for some reason, the rate which they move is so sexy. But Anytime now has the bottom right expansion up again. I guess you could call it the bottom right main almost. It's one of the main bases. Bisu, he needs to secure another base. That's all there is to it. Anytime has total map control right now. Bisu's trying to sneak around with these shuttles, and he's going to lose another one. Oh my god, I can't believe he just did that. That was... I think that may have been game for Bisu, honestly. He's using his shuttles and his reavers there to full effect, trying to... But anytime just has way too many Dragoons on the ground, able to snipe those off. This may be the last battle right here. Bisu's not going to have anything left after this point. Anytime's charging up his ramp, and indeed, that is GG. So that was a good game, though. Very, very well played. Bisu just caught some unlucky breaks, although you know he should have been paying a little bit more attention to his shuttles. I think that got sniped off. Couple shuttles, he lost 3 or 4 shuttles that may have had stuff in them, and that may have been the difference. The fact that he did not get any, you know, Templar drops in there, that he didn't get any Reaver drops in. He basically didn't really harass Anytime's economy at all until, and he can't even call it harassment when he attacked the bottom right base. That was almost out of desperation after losing his 12 o'clock base. So yeah, so Anytime is going to come out of the skins match with a lot more money. I think he ended up with about $2,000 worth or something like that. It was moving incrementally before, but this last match was worth 900,000 won, so quite a lot for the last match there. And Anytime takes that, and now I think if it's like the other ones, yeah, special photo time. They bring completely ridiculously embarrassed girls up there, and they can't even stand to like uncover their faces to get their picture taken with the stars. It's kind of funny actually. Bisu looking a little bit, well, I don't know what you want to call it, but looking a little bit like, damn it, that's too bad. And now, see, here we go, coming in here. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that set, and look forward. We'll see if I have any more time coming up this next quarter to do any more commentaries. Hopefully I will, and hopefully I'll be talking to you later. Alright, take care.